Welcome back. My name is Steve032, former drummer of Sum 41, current drummer in my basement. In the world of punk drumming, we often think about fast hands, but there's one drummer whose right foot is so fast that it
belongs in a museum.
Continuing with my series of punk drummers that I believe deserve more attention, today I want to talk about one of the most influential drummers on me personally, especially in my early development. The king of skate punk drumming, Erik Sandin, aka Smelly of NOFX. We discovered NOFX in the mid-90s and loved them so much, we started Sum 41. So blame them. And the foundation of my drumming in that band was 100% Smelly. That's how I learned how to play fast, trying to copy his single-stroke rolls, trying to emulate his single-pedal control. It's harder than it looks. Smelly founded NOFX in the 1980s with Fat Mike and Eric Melvin. He provided the white trash to their multi-ethnic melange. I've known Smelly for over 20 years, and the first thing that you notice about him is he doesn't smell at all. Smells pretty good. But that wasn't always the case. Back in the early days, Smelly was a stinky, dirty punk with a heroin problem. And if Fat Mike tells you you have a drug problem, you have a drug problem. I was surprised to learn that the NOFX song The Moron Brothers off of one of our absolute favorite NOFX albums, Ribbed, is about Smelly. Guitarist Eric Melvin said that every lyric is based on a real story. They'll drink your beer, they'll take your drugs, leave you with microscopic bugs. Their company is something you won't miss when your ice trays are filled with piss. That's not the Smelly I know. Because by the time I knew him, he was the adult in the room. Or not in the room, because when everybody else was out of their minds partying, he was back at the hotel and not even doing anything weird, just resting, which is weird. That's because back in the early 90s, when his drug problem was completely out of control, right before they recorded White Trash 2 Heebs in a Bean, the band gave him an ultimatum: clean up or clear out. Again, this is Fat Mike saying that. But that is exactly what he did. Smelly realized that NOFX was one of the best things he'd ever had in his life, so he got sober and he's been clean ever since. He completely transformed into a guy who's as rock solid as his drumming. And that's the thing with Smelly. It's not crazy flashy, there's no big Travis Barker style solos, but it's consistent, tight 8th note grooves, clean 16th note rolls, and that right foot
belongs in a museum.
Now, skate punk is kind of a funny term. It doesn't even sound like something people who actually listen to that style of music would call it. It sounds like a pretty awesome cult 80s movie.
I'm gonna tear down this skate park and turn it into a parking lot.
That's bogus. But whatever you call it, in my opinion, Smelly is the absolute backbone to that entire sound. He was such a huge influence on me that I had to fly to NOFX's final show just so he could hit me in the balls with a burrito one last time. These days, Smelly is shaping custom surf and snowboards with his company Pickle Sticks. So if you're in the market for a custom board made by one of punk rock's most legendary drummers ever, I will leave a link to Pickle Sticks in the description. I've already covered a bunch of NOFX songs on this channel. It's my job to keep punk rock elite, Seeing Double at the Triple Rock, The Decline. But in this video, I want to play probably the first song of theirs I ever heard, all the way back in 1994. This one is called Stickin' in My Eye. right, that was Stickin' in My Eye by NOFX, the original drummer, the mighty Erik Sandin, also known as Smelly. Quick thing about my last video about original Blink drummer Scott Raynor. Some people said that if I want to play the Damn It groove like Scott, I should be playing eighth notes on the hi-hat and not quarter notes. But here's the thing, I am playing eighth notes. I'm just using something based off of the Moeller technique, which gives me 2 strokes out of 1 arm movement. So I am playing eighth notes, like this. And not this. Anyway, that is what I'm doing, and that's how I play fast stuff without my arm falling off. And that's exactly the kind of thing that I break down in my punk rock drumming course. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, link in the description. I've also got some new Stevo 32 merch, so if you're in the market for some Stevo 32 swag, I got a link in the description for that too. All right, that is gonna do it for this video. I wanna thank you all so much for watching. I will be back soon with more drumming videos. My name is Stevo 32. Ika, folks. I'm out.